Hello everybody. In today's video we're going to be changing the traction tires on this Lionel Hogwarts Express locomotive. So as you can see, as we get up close here, the Lionel locomotive has a traction tire on the drive wheel right here. It slips on the wheel and kind of sits at a groove and provides traction basically for for the locomotive. In addition to this, there's also this arm here that is fastened to the wheel. Now on this side here, you're going to notice that there's no traction tire. I've already replaced this one. We're going to replace this one today to show you how that's done. Now for a little backstory here, you may have seen our video on the Hogwarts Express unboxing and first run. So in subsequent runs after that video, we noticed that one of the traction tires kept flopping off. And so we ran it, we'd replace it, and a couple minutes later it would fall off again. So what we decided to do was basically just cut both of those tires off, which is why this one doesn't have one. And the reason we cut them off is you don't really need the traction tires to run the engine. In this case here, the Hogwarts Express will still pull the tender and the three coaches without the traction tires. So we just figured we'd replace them when we got some time. And luckily, the Hogwarts Express, again, if you saw the video, came with an extra set of traction tires. And so this one here was one of the replacement traction tires that we just replaced earlier. And like I said, we'll go ahead and we'll replace this one. So the first thing you have to do when replacing the traction tire is to take this arm or release this arm from the wheel. That way you can slip the tire on over the wheel. So I know a lot of the Lionel traction tire videos say that it's a 5mm bolt here to release, but my 5mm didn't fit, so I am using a 7/32, which fits good enough. So we'll go ahead and remove that. And we'll just, sorry if my hands are in the way here. And then once that's removed, we'll just put that someplace safe. And then the next thing we want to do is remove, actually the traction tire has already been removed. So the next thing we want to do is put the traction tire on. Now what complicates this one a little bit is that the wheel slides up behind some of the iron, I guess, and the brake casting here. So what we want to do is take this tire and slip it up into there and then get it over there and then kind of stretch it over. So I will tell you that this is a little bit of trial and error, so it may take a couple minutes to do this. And obviously too, the traction tire is a smaller diameter than the wheel because you have to stretch it over. And so we have to kind of account for that. So a couple tools here that might help me out. I have these O-ring tools here that might help us stretch this over. It did help on the other one, so we'll continue with that. So here I'm going to push the tire up into the wheel and place as much of it over as I can. Okay, so that looks like it's on there. Like I said, it takes a little bit of finagling because the traction tire is quite a bit smaller in diameter than the wheel itself. But once you kind of push it up in there and work its way around, you can see here that it's good to go. So we're going to take now our bolt that holds this arm on here. We'll replace this. Again, I apologize if my hands are in the way. And we'll just start it with our hands. Grab our socket, get it going the right way. You don't have to tighten these down too much. There's still, even when it's tight and firm, there's some play in there, you know, for the arm to, you know, to rotate around. But just give it a little extra turn just to make sure it's good and tight, or good and snug, I would say. Yeah, and so there we go. So so we got our 2 traction tires replaced, and yeah, so I think we're ready to go. Let's give it a test run. All right, with our new traction tires on, let's give it a test run and see how they work. Okay, so after a quick couple turns around the track, we'll take a look. Our traction tires are still flat in the grooves. They're not popping off, so yeah. So I think we have a good test here, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I think we're going to be good here with these new traction tires. Hope this video helped, and see you in the next one.